Your thoughts are just like a book cloud coming, pop up. So if you just look at them as an amusement, as a third party, they'll become pleasant. The content of the thought itself is not very important. But when we give it value, whatever, and you will find that 99% of the time, mind is lying. So we will go one by one from here, and everyone has to share what they feel, and if you have any question also you can ask, especially what was happening. You don't have to be conscious, just simply it's in a hand, you can just...
Yeah, it was really good, and also it's a kind of all the things that keep happening, all the thoughts, I'm trying to pull back. And also when you said to observe the noise and also observe the pause between those noises, and which I could pay the attention which I never did in my life.
Yes, isn't
and,
that...
that's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so true that it's such a simple thing, but we don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's why we are always on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you look at the stars in the sky, so we only look at the objects, but we don't look at the space in which those stars exist. So the space is vast, the objects are small.
Yeah.
So if you see the various sounds, they are nothing. When sound comes and sound goes, what's left? Silence. But we can't experience silence because we are focusing on the object. We are focusing on the sounds. But the moment you start to look at the spaces between the sound, or what is left after the sound has a large portion. Sorry, the silence has the large portion.
Yeah.
And sounds are just like dot, 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 dot.
Yeah, that's true.
But throughout the day, what we experience is just sound. Because we have been never told to look at the space or silence. Nobody taught that us, there's something behind that.
More like when we observe the sound or discussion, or then we keep repeating that thing in the mind, so we feel the sound all the time and not the silence.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. So for me, while we did the practice, I could actually feel the difference after the practicing the stillness. Whole week, whole day, there are like bursts of emotions. I mean, what do I call? There is like a chatter that is going on all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel when we sit and do this meditation or this one, there is some kind of calmness, or it's like grounding yourself.
Yes.
And that feeling is really different than day-to-day life. Every morning 7 to 10 something going on, and you're like vibrating all the time.
Yes.
Right?
That's the right word. Vibrating all the time on high frequency.
High frequency. So that kind of vibration just stops.
Yeah.
When you sit like this and it's like clear your mind, and it just feels so light. That's the difference.
So you are just experiencing your true self.
Yeah.
So throughout the day we are only experiencing the false self made out of ego, which is chattering all the time. The true self wants nothing, and the false self wants everything. So if there is a sound says, oh, I want this, I want this, I want to do this, I want to do this, that's the false self. True self never asks for anything. It's complete in itself, which you can experience now.
So by doing this thing, you become more true to true self.
You come back to your true self.
Move from the false self.
Yeah.
And come
So it's simple. It's a journey from heart to head,
Yeah.
and then head to heart.
Yeah.
It's the reverse journey. So we are on the reverse journey now.
Hello everyone. It was just a beautiful experience and it's always a place that I want to be.
Hi everyone. So I was able to think everything what was going before the meditation, but only thing I observed while doing this is I was not affected. So it was just going around, repetition of thoughts, but I was not getting affected because like I was in, so intensity was low.
So that's important, na? We are not here to stop the thoughts or emotions or anything. It's simply, if suppose thought doesn't hurt us or emotion doesn't hurt us, then they can stay there. If the emotion thought doesn't affect us, then they can stay there. There's no point of getting rid of that.
With the meditation, actually, whenever I sit for the meditation, different thing we realize. Like when you go to the deep, something different you realize.
Every time.
But you don't hold on to it, but when you need it, I think then you get it back. So once you realize, that's what I noticed about the meditation.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Hi everyone. I think for me initially I was very restless. I just was like, how am I going to sit through this? And the mind was taking me everywhere. But I think the most relief I got was when I focused on the pauses. That was very blissful. And I wish I could focus on the pauses more than the sounds.
Yes.
So maybe that's the key. Maybe.
You were asking some question before. No?
I was just asking you, how you mentioned that not have craving. So for example, now I have craving to focus more on the spaces and the pauses and not on the chatter or the distractions.
Once you become aware, it becomes a natural habit. So you don't have to crave for it. It can be there, but not as a craving.
So this is a natural state.
Yeah, natural state. Your natural state is beautiful. What you experience as an unpleasant experience or unpleasant things is not you. You are experiencing simply the noise of your head. So you are experiencing two things. One is the chemical factory in your body, and second is the noise in your head. So unpleasant sensation is what? The palpitation or the heart beating or what you call your anxiety. What is this? It's just a friction between mind and body. Mind wants something and it's not getting, so it creates a thing into the anxiety in the body.
Mind and body or mind and heart?
Mind and body, not heart.
Right.
Heart is also body.
Right.
Many people gave that heart different.
True.
Heart is just a muscle, there is nothing.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. For me, sitting like this is just watching the sensations, body sensations, and then you can feel that like, yes, the sensations comes and go. It's the same thing with the thoughts. You don't need to react on every thoughts. They are comes and they are go. So for me, it's just like sitting with my own self and still practicing, try to practice every day. So it's so far going all right.
Beautiful.
You wanna say?
Like whenever silent, like you could, whenever silent, you could like hear, smell, and like feel the things that you normally wouldn't feel when you're like, when it's like other people around and they're like loud.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's very beautiful observation, isn't it? That your senses heightened because your eyes are closed, so other senses becomes very aware. You can feel all the smell and the things.
I think it's also attention because you're diverting attention.
That's so good.
I feel really calm. I was just reflecting on what Sid said. Until you commented about the birds, I didn't hear them. And they were going the whole time probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were lots of different experiences. Thoughts coming, there was pain in the leg. And I was trying to observe the pain, but I resisted it. My mind was more active at that time. I was trying to go off into thoughts. And then coming back. But I think overall, the thoughts don't hold me so much anymore. I don't get those strong thoughts I used to get before.
Yeah.
So they just come and go. It's not a big deal.
Yep. That's what we want. The thought to become more liquid than solid. They just come and then they vaporize. That's it. It's just like a
But
cloud.
towards the end, one thought came that hooked me. So it was still trying to
Yep.
do it.
It will get the most vulnerable thing up, which is very close to your heart, and then it will hit that.
Yeah. It's a cunning little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you are experiencing right now is not something foreign. It's your natural state. What you experience from day to evening, that's a foreign state. Yes. So we are experiencing only thoughts, emotions, pain, cravings and aversions. And we are none of those. Because if you inquire within the nature of all of this, what you will find? This, you experience the sound comes and sound goes. What's the nature of thought? Thought comes and thought goes. Right? Breath comes and breath goes. Yes? Sensation on your body comes and pleasant or unpleasant. Yes? Now, craving comes and craving goes. Yes or no? Aversion comes, aversion goes. Emotion comes and emotion goes. Anger comes and anger goes. Greed comes and greed goes. Yes or no? Lust comes and lust goes. So what's the difference between that car passing, that sound coming and going, and thought coming and going? That, because we give importance, but let's suppose we don't give any importance. So what's the difference between the emotion comes and goes and the car comes and goes? But there is no difference between, imagine the sky. So many cloud comes, yeah? And the cloud next day disappears. It's clear sky. Again cloud comes, again disappears. If you just look at it as a amusement, then it is pleasant, isn't it? So your thoughts are just like a book cloud coming, pop up. So if you just look at them as an amusement, as a third party, they will become pleasant. The content of the thought itself is not very important. But when we give it value, whatever, and you will find that 99% of the time mind is lying. If it says that person is right or wrong, the next day it will change itself. Yes, so many people when they come to me, they say, oh, Mitaji is very good, Mitaji is very good. Until I am listening to them. As soon as I don't fulfill their expectation, suddenly then they start to feel a little bit odd. Now this is the same mind who was telling before. Yes or no? It's very fragile. It bases everything on what I can get out of it. But if you become aware enough, okay, thought comes, thought goes, no problem. Emotion comes, emotion goes, no problem. The pain comes and pain goes, no problem. I will give no importance to it. So you can coexist with it happily. Slowly your thoughts will leave you alone. Slowly your strong beliefs, opinions. One of the things thought does is a strong opinions about something. And those opinions is the first thing you are in misery. Whatever opinion we form about something, that something doesn't even know your opinion.